Hi guys, Phil DeBella here, and today I want to talk about this whole concept of entrepreneurship. I get asked a lot about what an entrepreneur is, or I'm aspiring to be an entrepreneur, and quite frankly, it does my head in. I don't see people's names on their card, or should I see entrepreneur on their title. To me, we talk about entrepreneurship as an intelligence, and today I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means to me. And in my years of starting several businesses now, I've developed this concept that I believe entrepreneurship's an intelligence. Alan Bonsall, one of my great colleagues and friend, wrote a book about it. Entrepreneurial Intelligence by Alan Bonsall. So you can also download that from iTunes if you want to see a little bit more in depth. But I'm going to cover some of the topics that we talk about. And the first one, somebody that has entrepreneurial intelligence has a very strong capability of seeing vision. You ask them where they want to be or what they want to see, where they're going to be in 3 to 5 years' time, and they can tell you. In order to have a clear vision, you need to know exactly where your business needs and what problems it's going to solve and what it's about. But it's not just about for those that are in business, it's all about kids at school. One of the great successes of the Entrepreneurial Intelligence book has been an audience of high school and university students that are often asking the question of, what am I doing at school or what am I doing at university? And they can lose sight pretty quickly of where they're going and what they're doing. But those that succeed are those that have got a very, very clear vision. And for this, I always suggest a piece of paper. One of the things I talk about a lot is that a piece of paper and a pen never lies. Our brain has 16,000 plus conversations a day. And if it's not positive, you can imagine you're doing your own head in. So one thing I always say is grab that piece of paper and a pen. And I've never been a drawer. I've still struggled drawing stick men. So to me, it's about writing it in words, but some people draw it in pictures. What does your 3-year, 5-year outlook look like? And whether that's in your personal life, your family life, or your professional life, you should actually have a vision for all 3 areas of your life. So, highly emotionally and, intelligent people can rattle this stuff off. However, emotional intelligence is something that's got to be built. And I'm going to talk more about that after. But vision is very, very, very important and the first step in having a strong entrepreneurial brain. You can't be an entrepreneur that everyone's chasing to be if you don't know what that looks like. So I suggest piece of paper and a pen and map out what your vision is across personal, professional, and family. The next part I talk about for those that have have a high level of entrepreneurial intelligence is this concept of passion. And passion, to me, there's 2 types. There's the passion that we all know about, people getting excited, and it's a feeling and it's an emotion, and you can hear it in people's voice, you can see it in their actions. Italians love talking with their hands, all this sort of stuff. But then the passion that I like to talk about is resilience. People that are truly passionate about something don't stop. That whole concept that you only fail once you've stopped trying is true. And those that are highly entrepreneurially intelligent are those that won't take no for an answer. And what I mean by that is they're not smart asses, they're not cocky about it, but they will keep spinning the Rubik's Cube until everything matches up. And that's something that I had to do when I was selling coffee. The amount of no's I got was a lot. And I kept spinning that Rubik's Cube. I kept looking at things and say, how can I do things different or better to my competitors? What problem am I going to solve? And it's now that I can say I was truly passionate about business because I didn't let the no's tear me down. I actually made the no's define me. The no's defined what the business was going to become because I was passionate about success. And being passionate meant I was resilient. It meant that every time I got a no, I assessed the data, I looked at it and said, why are people saying no? And developed strategy to then make me successful. And that's something that I even work on with my kids now is when they start something, they must finish it. Whether it's soccer season, whether it's music, instrument, whatever it is, whatever they start, they need to finish because I don't want to be breeding and teaching the concept of being able to give up because, truly passionate people that I've found from my experience so far that are truly passionate and meaning are very, very resilient have high levels of entrepreneurial intelligence. The next part of the Venn diagram, as we call it, is brand. Now, brand is something that people really misunderstand, and over the series of these FlashCasts, we're going to explore a lot more of these concepts in detail. But the concept of brand for the purpose of entrepreneurial intelligence is simple. It's about personal brand and it's about company brands. Now, not everyone needs to own a business to be an entrepreneurial intelligent person. In fact, I had DeBella Coffee. I had 70% of my company, I would say, that everyone in it was entrepreneurially intelligent. Why? They had clear vision, they were resilient, and importantly, they understood the concept of brand. Now, brand is not colors and logos and what it looks like. Brand is what emotional engagement you get with a person when they speak your name. Now, that is also reflective not just on a brand like Nike or DeBella or Abbotsford Road or, Mercedes or BMW or Domino's. When you say these names, you get an emotional engagement, you get an emotional feeling. That is the true essence of what brand really means. What do people say about you when they hear your name? And of course, the most important part of brand to me is personal brand, something that people forget about. What does your personal brand stand for? Right? And, things to consider about personal brand come down to values. What are your values? What do you stand for? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What gets you excited? What doesn't? So brand is something that people really need to ensure they're across and understand that brand is not just for those that own a business or build a business. That brand is actually starts with personal brand. And what I used to say at DeBella Coffee is if I worked on getting my team to bring their best personal brand to work, then the work brand, being DeBella Coffee, would automatically succeed. And I see a lot of companies at the moment that work on, their company brand, but they don't care about the people within the organization. And if you're not caring about people's personal brand, then your brand ultimately suffers. So again, in short, entrepreneurial intelligence is this concept of ensuring that you have a very clear vision, that you're very strong and passionate, meaning resilient towards achieving that vision, and that you understand the concept of what your company brand, but also more importantly, your personal brand stands for. Now, the glue that sits in the middle, so if you think of your Venn diagram, what combines these three areas of entrepreneurial intelligence is emotional intelligence. And we find that in past years where people want to measure IQ, which is just a number, and it's been proven that IQs don't fluctuate very much from year to year when you take a test, but emotional intelligence does. So emotionally intelligent people understand the concept of being conscious, seeking people's motivation, being able to put things into context, and empathy. And they're the four major areas of emotional intelligence that I found work really well when it comes to somebody who's entrepreneurially intelligent. So, that's the glue that sticks everything together. And I mean, in short, to cement and solidify what entrepreneurship really means, to me, an entrepreneur is someone that is entrepreneurially intelligent. It's somebody that understands exactly where they're going. It's somebody who's determined and resilient to get there. Someone that really understands their personal brand and what they stand for and what their company brand is going to stand for. And they're emotionally intelligent. Guys, until next one, be the best you can be. And remember that limitations are often self-imposed. Signing off.